Hey everybody, it is Mr. Ensmeyer here with another Python video. This week we are working on dictionaries, so let's roll right into it. We worked on lists for the last 2 weeks, and so now let's incorporate what we're doing this week with dictionaries with what we did last week with lists. So, for example, let's say, like I did earlier, we ordered some pizza. And so I'm going to make a dictionary of pizza. So we have a dictionary. It's entitled pizza. We have it equal to the curly bracket. That's why it is a dictionary. And now we have our keys and our values. So when you order a pizza, you can have the different crust. Let me actually keep it consistent. Let me keep it all lowercase. We're going to keep crust. And then that is going to pair up with just, for right now, we'll call it regular crust. Then I'm going to put a comma. I'm going to go to the next line because my next key pair, I'm going to put toppings. Now, with toppings, I have some choices. So I'm going to pair that up. So on the left we have the key, on the right we have the values. But instead of just putting, plain, for example, that's one topping, let me put a list. And so for my list, I can have plain, which I know is not technically a topping, it's a non-topping, I guess. And then we can have some bacon and some pepperoni, and of course everybody's favorite, yep, pineapple. And we'll close off the list of toppings, and then we'll close off the dictionary. So what we've just done is we've paired crust with one choice, one key crust, one value, regular, and then we have the toppings paired with several. So now let me say I'm going to do this. Let's say for topping, so we have the singular in pizza brackets, quote, toppings. All right, so let's look at that line of code. What are we saying here? So pizza is the name of our dictionary. The key, in other words, the thing on the left of the colon, toppings. That's plural. This is singular from the plural, just like we did with list. Now it's obviously written a little bit differently, but it's the same concept. So if I now print topping, and I give this a quick little save, let's call this dictionary video 1, we get our 4 toppings. All right, not too shabby, not too shabby. Okay, so how would we access, how would we access one particular thing? Well, again, we go back up here, this key, crust, only has one thing with it. It's not a list. We could make it a list. Let's put that as a list, and then we'll do regular, thin, and pan as my choices. Then don't forget, we still do want a comma because we have this list is now paired up with this key. So now this is one entire key value pair. And then here we have our key and then our value, so key value pair. So I can do the same thing. I could say for, actually, again, let me go back here. Let's make this plural to be proper, crusts. For crust, singular, in pizza, quote, crusts, print, crust. Now, as always, the name of these variables, like I'm picking them. It's not like I have to call it crust or have to call it topping. That is a programmer's choice, but it's a smart one. You write program code like you would write a paper. If you're writing well, you use good words and good syntax and good sentence structure, and you use descriptive words. You don't want to just call this like for X in A. Like, what the heck does that mean? So if I try this out now, we'll check out and we'll see that we can now access both the list of crusts as well as the list of toppings. So If I want to, let's say, access something, I could say something like print, let's do pizza, crusts, and then how, well here, let's back up a little bit. If I just do this, if I say print out the pizza crusts, right? Let's print out the pizza crusts. That'll give me the list of crusts. Okay, so as we know, in Python, lists are numbered. The indices, 0, 1, starts at 0. So if I want 0, aha, see what it did there? Regular. So crust 0 is regular. If I wanted, for example, bacon, because who doesn't want bacon? I could say print pizza toppings, and then plain would be 0, bacon would be 1. And so on the left, I have the key, crust or toppings. And then after that, I have the number in the list. So 0 and 0 is regular, and then 1 is bacon. So that lets you access key pairs, but also if they're lists, you can access part of the list as well. All right, so what else can we do? Let's say you want a random pizza generator. I just want to be able to say, give me a random crust with a random topping. Well, to do random numbers, I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to say from random import star, because of course anytime we do random numbers, we want to have that import. So here we have a crust, but then we have 3 choices. Now remember, they're numbered 0, 1, 2. Here we have 4 choices, 0, 1, 2, 3. Keep in mind that we have the length of a list. Remember, the length of this list will be 3, so the random number will be 0 to 2, 3 things. Let's say I come down here, random pizza generator. Okay. So if I say, let's do C for crust, equals int random. Now, as always, we could do this with a fixed number, times 3, because there's 3 choices, 0, 1, 2. But let's say that later on I add more. On Domino's I want to add in some fancy crust. You don't want to say a specific number there, because if you change this, then that means you have to come down here and change that, and that's not a good way to program. You want to make one change, not a bunch of changes. So in here, what could we do for that? Well, the length of our pizza crusts list, right? Oops, I forgot a parenthesis, I believe. Yep, there we go. So the length of pizza crusts. How many crusts are there? There's 3. But if we add more, that'll change. And T for toppings will be the same thing. Random times the length, pizza, toppings. And so now, using C and T, let me skip a couple spaces actually here. I'll put this just so there's a little bit of separation between our stuff. Print, okay, that'll do. We'll come down here and we'll say, you ordered a, and then we'll do the crust first, so pizza, crusts, C, random number. And then I have my, you ordered a, so that'll do like, you ordered a pan. Okay, and then what comes next? Let's do a little space. And then, so comma, quote, space, quote. We're going to do pizza, toppings, T. And then comma, quote, pizza, exclamation mark, close, quote, close parenthesis. Let's try it out, see what happens. You ordered a thin pepperoni pizza. My spacing's all messed up because I think I put too many spaces in there. Let's try and take, let me try and take that out, I guess. Take out that space, just put one comma there. I guess it won't look quite so bad. How's that? Hey, there we go. You ordered a regular pineapple pizza. Hey, congratulations to us. We got a pineapple pizza. How lovely. And I think this other space here is probably unnecessary as well. So that is all for this video. Again, just wanted to show you a couple things, combining lists and what we're doing this week with dictionaries. We'll learn more on Thursday or Friday. Take care, everybody.